Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 15 different tips and tricks on how to make bucks fast in Adopt Me. As you can see, I have quite a few bucks myself, and I've gained these from using these tips. I tried to put together the most effective ones for you guys because I know there are a lot of videos out there giving you guys tips, but they might not all be helpful, so I tried to put the most helpful and effective ones together today. If this video helps you guys, please make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any more of my videos. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so my first tip is to have a grinding home. This is a pretty common tip, but I will be giving you guys some specific stuff. So in your grinding home, you want to make sure that you have all the stuff you need right there close to you so you don't have to be walking around too much. Right now, this is my main house and I only have a small grinding setup. I'm gonna edit it a bit more so it looks cuter because I don't love how it looks right now. So of course, your grinding home can also be aesthetically pleasing to how you like it. If you go to Edit House, Stuff, and then you go to recommended and then starter stuff, it has the cheapest stuff that you can get. So if you're a new Adopt Me player with not too many bucks, I would recommend getting some of this stuff. So making a small grinding home can be expensive or inexpensive depending on how you like it, but I would just mainly recommend to have everything nearby so you don't have to walk around as much. As you can see, I can reach everything that I need from here. Most people make their grinding homes in mini homes. I'll show you guys here some grinding homes that I have. If you guys would like to make yours aesthetically pleasing, there's a ton of videos on YouTube and tutorials. This house was from Sanyumi's YouTube channel, so of course credits to her, but it's a very, very cute house and everything is really close by and easy to reach and access. But this one was a little bit pricey because of the beds and the pianos, of course, and the fancy counters, as well as the decoration over here. But you can make a very cheap one. For example, this one I believe was about 500 bucks. This one was also a YouTube tutorial I found. The other house I showed you guys, the bigger one, that one was my self-build, my own design. But of course, if you guys are not sure how you want to make your builds at first, then it is totally fine to follow tutorials. I would actually recommend it if you really want to make it cute, but it obviously is not necessary to make yours super cute either. Oh look, we got an age up potion. But of course it isn't necessary to make it super cute. You can just put the bare minimum and that will still be good for grinding. My second tip is actually to use alt accounts. Now, not everybody can do this tip, which is totally understandable. Not everybody has another account that they can access or that they can use. But if you have siblings or maybe one of your parents, you can also ask them to use their device. But making an alt account is obviously really easy. You just have to set up a random account, random birthday, random username, but make sure that you save the password somewhere. I have mine in my notes. I have all my passwords saved, so you never lose accounts. But alt accounts is really helpful for wanting to make extra bucks. And then you can transfer bucks from your alt accounts to your main account as well. So not only are you making bucks from the tasks that they're doing for their pets and for themselves when they're in your family, but you can also transfer those extra bucks from their account to your main account. There are actually a couple ways you can do this. First of all, you can have a cash register. I used to use a cash register a lot more, but recently I've been using the mannequins. You can transfer the bucks a lot faster. However, the mannequins are a bit pricey, so you have to have enough bucks just to buy the mannequin. You can get your money back afterwards, but you just put your outfit on the mannequin and then set the price to full price. Once you have your price set, you can just buy the outfit using your alt account and then have the money. And then once you get the money from your alt account, you can just go ahead and delete the mannequin at full price. You can also use stands like the lemonade stand, because you can actually put these up in your house and they can go up to 20, which is definitely not as much, but this also gets lemonade in your alt accounts inventory, which is nice. But if you don't have any alt accounts, that is totally fine. I just recommend playing as a baby because this gets you pretty much double the bucks. If you are playing as a baby, I would recommend having donuts and water in your home. The donuts I believe are only $40, but the water is $300, which is a bit pricier, but in the long run it is super helpful, and I would definitely recommend getting the water cooler if you are planning on playing as a baby. That is it for tip number 2. Use alt accounts when you can, and if not, play as a baby. My third tip is to play a lot, like as much as you possibly can during 2x weekends. This is pretty obvious, I assume, but honestly, I got most of my books that I have. I remember one time I grinded during the 2x weekend, like as much as I could. It was the summertime, so I had a lot of time on my hands, and I just grinded a lot, and I got about 50,000 bucks in 2 days, which is honestly really good in my opinion. I have spent a lot of my bucks from doing builds to trade away, but grinding during 2x weekends that give you double the bucks is like insanely helpful. And Adopt Me doesn't do 2x weekends very often, but when they do, you should definitely take advantage of them, especially if you grind your pets during 2x weekend as well, because then you can make your neons and megas or get age-up potions twice as fast, which is super helpful. I love 2x weekends. They're literally my favorite thing, and honestly, I hope Adopt Me does one soon. Now moving on to tip number 4. Tip number 4 is to be prepared for your next task. Now, not a lot of people knew about this, but a lot more people are discovering it and learning about it. But basically, Adopt Me is on a schedule. I'm not super sure how to explain it, but basically, say today I got the camping task. So in 3 more nights, I'm going to get the camping task again. And right after the camping task, I know my pets are going to get sick and I'm going to need to go to the hospital. That happens every 3 nights. Right after camping, you always have to go to the hospital. So that is really nice to know, because right after I get my pets showered and after I get the camping task done, I can start heading over to the hospital for when it is daytime, and I'm just saving myself time and getting my bucks faster. Every day is a rotation of the orange task that you will get. For example, it goes from playground to school to beach, then to the pizza party, and then to the salon. I would recommend having this on like a board in your house or somewhere in your profile so that you can remember, or you can just memorize it. I know a lot of people that just memorize it. As you can see, I have just finished my camping task, so I'm going to start heading over to the hospital because I know that is coming next. But as you can see, my pets just got sick. So I'm going to go ahead and heal them. When healing them, you can choose to use your healing apples or just go to the hospital. When I have my 2 pets out, I'll just usually go to the hospital every time. I just find it easier because then I don't have to feed them twice. And also, if I server hop, I don't have to go get my apples again. I have on a board in my house the rotation. So I know tomorrow I'm going to get the school task, and I can be ready to go to the school task. Anyway, I hope you guys understand that. It's a bit hard to explain, but I hope you guys understood pretty decently. So moving on to the next task, which is 5, to teleport everywhere that you can. Most people know this by now, but when I first started playing Adopt Me, I had no idea about this, and I would literally just walk around everywhere, just wasting my time. And because of this, sometimes you can get behind on your tasks. But yes, to teleport, as you guys can see, I just teleported to gifts to come to the main map. So if you want to go to the school or the hospital, I usually teleport to gifts. If you want to go to the beach or the playground, I usually teleport to the baby shop. If you want to go to the camping site, I usually teleport to the food. And if you want to go to the salon or the pizza party, you can either teleport to vehicles or you can teleport to toys. But yeah, that's pretty simple. Teleporting is really helpful. Now for my next task, which is task number 6, I would recommend to use the hotbar. Now this is a fairly new addition to Adopt Me, but it is so helpful. If you guys don't know what the hotbar is, this right here is the hotbar. If you're on computer or laptop, you can have up to 7 items, I believe. If you're on phone, I believe you can have 2 or 3, and then on iPad, I think you can have 4. But the items I usually keep on there are food, water, a throw toy, a grappling hook, or a vehicle. Either works. I prefer the grappling hooks. My magic house door, and then I have 2 strollers just because I didn't need to put anything else there. And I use this stroller when I'm grinding with alts, and I use this stroller when I'm just by myself and I want to use a prettier stroller because I love the cloud stroller. Just look how pretty it is, and it comes off with little stars. It's so adorable. But these are the things I would recommend having on your hotbar. Of course, you can put whatever you want. Since I'm on keyboard, I can just click the numbers to spawn the thing. As you can see, my mouse is over here, and I'm just clicking the numbers on my keyboard, and that way I don't have to move my mouse to get my stuff. So I have kind of the numbers memorized in my head that I know if I need the throw tool, I can just click 3, and if I need the grappling hook, I can just click 4. So yes, using the numbers if you're on keyboard definitely helps you get the stuff out much faster. Somebody had asked in my comments how I open my backpack without moving my mouse down. All you have to do is click the B. If you're on keyboard. If you're on mobile, obviously that doesn't really work. So yeah, I don't know if everybody already knew that, but I would recommend using your hotbar a lot. It's so helpful. It gets the items that you need out so much faster, and it makes your grinding faster and more effective, therefore getting bucks faster. My next tip is a little bit controversial, and I don't actually use this tip super often except for when I'm mainly focusing on bucks out of anything, and that is to work jobs after your task. There are a couple downsides of this. While you are working a job, you can only get, I believe it's the shower task and the drink task or something like that. And also you can't get bucks at night. Working jobs has a big downside if you are wanting to grind your pets as well, but if you're mainly focusing on bucks, it's really helpful. It gets you 50 bucks a day. If you do reach your cash limit daily, which is 200, if you guys didn't know, you can only get 200 bucks a day. Then you won't start earning bucks for the tasks you do for your pet. So sometimes it's not really necessary to work jobs. But if you're like, oh, I'm not going to reach my daily limit for bucks, then you might as well just work a job and get those extra bucks. But they do have their downsides. So honestly, it's really your decision. Now we're going to move on to tip number 8, which is to set limits. Or I would call them more like goals. If you set your goals, then you stay a lot more motivated. I only recently started doing this, but basically I say I want to reach 5 age up potions today, or I want to reach 110,000 bucks today. This is going to help you stay motivated and know when to take a break and let yourself live and not be an Adopt Me addict, because that can happen sometimes, whether you like it or not. So setting goals really has been helping me to reach my neon and mega goals faster and my bucks goals a lot faster and a lot more effectively. Of course, this is a personal decision that you can make. But honestly, I feel like it's also more fun to play Adopt Me that way, because there's more things that you can think about when you are actually grinding, because sometimes grinding can be a bit mindless. So it can give you the thought, it can be like, oh, I'm almost done grinding, then I can go trade or do some trading or something like that. Tip number 9 is to use lures. This is a pretty obvious tip. I know a lot of people don't want to spend the initial bucks because lures are 750 bucks or 1020 Robux, so they are a little bit pricey, but let me tell you, over the time, I have definitely gained so many bucks, way more than 750, so you definitely get your money back. As you can see here, I'm going to place my bait. Also, with the lures, you can put different baits on. And every 4 hours, you get a new prize. You can also get pets, toys, bucks, and my favorite age-up potions. But if you're worried about the fact that you might be wasting money on your lure, let me tell you, you are definitely not wasting your money. If anything, you're making way more money than you invested in it. Just think about it as an investment. So I would 1000% recommend using lures. They are the most helpful thing ever. Honestly, they're just great. Tip number 10 is a pretty common tip that I'm pretty sure everybody knows about by now, because Adopt Me teaches it to you from the beginning that you join, which is really cool of Adopt Me to make sure that you know this stuff. But doing the tasks on your task board are so important. Honestly, they just get you so many bucks and so many different prizes. As you can see here, right now it has the Valentine's update like theme, but as you can see here, this one, if I buy 5 furniture items, that's gonna get me 60 bucks. If I make a neon pet, it's gonna give me an RGB box. If I buy a gumball machine from the nursery, it's gonna give me 150 bucks, which is a little bit of a waste in my opinion, unless you really, really want an egg, because then you are getting some of your money back, but you're also spending money. So if you're already planning on buying an egg, that's nice, but if you're not, then I would like reset these, but I'm gonna keep that one. Help another player decorate their house with build with friends workbench. This one gets you 80 bucks, buy it from Santa. But getting bucks off of your task board is really helpful because usually they're very easy money. 100% I would recommend doing the tasks on your task board if you want to make maximum bucks as possible. For tip number 11 is to put stands out in public servers. But they're really great. You are Robux, so I would recommend trading for them. But even if you're not making barely any money, it's still a little bit extra, and it only takes a couple seconds to set up your lemonade stand once you already have it. I would recommend putting it on $1 because usually people are willing to pay that. I would never pay more than $5 for lemonade, and I would always buy the one with $1 or $1 there. The stands obviously help you get only a little bit of bucks, but bucks nonetheless. Okay, you guys, as you can see, I've just been sent a friend request. I'm gonna go ahead and accept it. And I know a lot of people that try to make the whole server a family and think that they're gonna get extra bucks, but that only works when, this is tip number 12, by the way. But that only works if you are all grinding in the same area. So if you see other players grinding in the server, then you might want to just go up to them and be like, hey, do you want to grind in the same house and make some extra bucks and be in the same family? That's just getting you extra easy bucks that you don't even have to do the work for, and it's getting them extra easy bucks as well. So a lot of people don't usually mind just because they're making extra money for literally nothing. As long as you're grinding in the same home, then you can make money off of each other. My next tip is that when you get question mark tasks like these, then I would recommend to always do the one that gives you the most bucks, especially if you have a little bit extra time and you're ahead on your tasks. Always get the most extra money that you can. So if you ever get a craving, always 100% do it, unless you have to go buy like a crazy vehicle or something. But the cravings get you extra 30 bucks. So even if you say you had the options for a pizza party or the hungry task with a craving of, say, for example, a donut, definitely do the donut because that's getting you another 30 bucks versus another 18 bucks. So that gives you extra money. And also, if you are doing your orange task, like the beach right now, and you get the question mark, wait to click on it or wait to open it until the task is over, because sometimes you can get the beach task again. Here I didn't, so I'm just gonna choose the pet me right now because I'm too lazy to go to the pizza party since I'm filming a video. But usually I will choose the orange task and get that little bit of extra bucks because in the long run that will be worth it. Now for our penultimate tip, number 14, is that when you're bored grinding for yourself, to do quote-unquote services for other people. For example, a very popular one is to be a babysitter, and basically they pay you, say, 20 bucks for grinding their newborn pet to junior or to preteen. Obviously, there can be scammers out there, so if you were to do this, just please don't scam, but also don't grind their pets before they pay you, because I've gotten scammed so many times doing that. This is really awesome because you're making bucks from their extra pets that you're grinding, then you're also making that extra small amount, that extra payment that they're giving you. And you can do other services, like for example, decorating someone's house. If you're doing this, always have them pay you beforehand because so many times people have just left the server after I've already decorated their house a little bit. But yes, doing services for other people whenever you're just bored grinding your own pets is really great because then you're just not as bored. Our very, very last task is to grind with a friend. When I say this, obviously you can just do like casual grinding with only your pets out, but when I say this, I mean hardcore grinding. Like my friend Melody and I, hi Melody by the way if you're watching this, but we will hardcore grind. Both of us will get 2 alt accounts. So we'll have like 8 pets out in total because she has the pro certificate, the pets pro certificate, and I have the pets pro certificate. And then each of us have our 2 alt accounts with their pets, and then of course the 2 alt accounts of themselves. So we're making so many bucks a day. We are way overreaching our 200 bucks a day limit. And this is like the way I've made most of my bucks, is just hardcore grinding with her. And it's also so much fun. It's a little bit tiring because with like 8 pets in your home, it can also be really crowded. Doing all the pets, all the tasks for those pets can get a little bit tiring, but it's so worth it because I'm grinding my pets and making neons so much faster, and I'm getting so many bucks. So if you guys want, I can make a grinding video where I'm hardcore grinding with Melody, if she would want to do that with me. So you guys can see pretty much what I mean, but it is honestly so much fun. I love doing that with her, and I'm making so much money from it. So hardcore grinding, especially with friends and a ton of alt accounts, is a big recommendation of mine, and it's something that I personally do a lot as well. Anyway guys, that is all for today's video. Sorry I haven't been posting a lot. I'm really busy with school and basketball practice and stuff, but I'll try to post more often. I have a lot of videos that I filmed, just not edited yet. And I've only been able to post about a video a week, unfortunately, but once it's summertime and school is over, I will definitely start posting like 3 to 4 videos a week, hopefully. But if this video helped you guys out, please make sure to like and subscribe. I sincerely hope it did and that you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!